Hey everybody, it's Jason Blaha here, and today I want to chat with you guys a little bit about something that I think is one of the most frustrating and just dishonest scams in the industry. And that is when guys who are using often tons of gear, not just a little bit, all right, guys who are heavily enhanced. I mean, we could say this to some extent for those modestly enhanced, you know, who will tell you about an over-the-counter product that they feel really helped them gain muscle or that it's a game changer, and then they give their fans a discount code for it. And some people say, well, why is that dishonest? Because they know that that's not a factor. In other words, I mean, we're talking guys who are on grams of stuff. And if you guys want to get an understanding, everyone wants to talk about TRT, and then people will talk about someone being on 100 or 200 milligrams of something, okay? Milligrams. You guys remember Jerry Ward? Like his kind of admitted stack was 2 grams. 2 grams a week. That's 2,000 plus IGF-1 plus growth hormone. All right, Eric Kanefsky, 7 grams. That's 7,000, not 100, not 200, 7,000. Plus the guy was using like over 300 units of insulin. So on and so forth. Brandon Harding was on for a contest prep quite some time back, 2.5 grams. And he was way smaller than he is now. So I'm just going back to older times. All right, this is what a lot of your influencers are using. Now, then they want to tell you that some over-the-counter product helped them. And I want to be clear there. Over-the-counter products that are legal to sell do not help you gain muscle unless they spike them with adulterants of some type. They don't. They're not going to help you gain muscle. And again, let us be clear. There are certain health benefits to certain supplements. I take a few supplements for health benefits. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. I don't count protein powder as a supplement. I think it's fair to say, look, whey protein and stuff, that is food. That's it. It's food. It's protein with calories in it, taken from milk or whatever. Okay, that's just a refined food. That's no more a supplement than drinking milk. Or if people say, well, it's kind of refined. Okay, it's no more a supplement than eating a baked potato with some cheese on it. Okay, those aren't supplements. It's just food. Now, that being said, anything that's claiming to help you gain muscle is going to be regulated by the FDA. Again, creatine being the one exception, but creatine's really cheap. And then the newest studies have shown that creatine's muscle building benefits are much, much, much smaller than we previously believed they were. Again, due to the quality of equipment to measure gains and stuff, right? Less technology, we couldn't measure things as accurately 20 years ago, 30 years ago. Right, so the bulk of the creatine studies done back then, they thought they showed certain amounts of muscle gain. Well, it turns out it's maybe like 10, 15% of what we thought it was back then. Even then, it was modest. Now, is that real? Yes. But how much does creatine cost? You can buy it because all creatine's the same. Creatine monohydrate is creatine monohydrate. I mean, there was a time it might be a little cheaper now where you could buy a kilogram of pure creatine monohydrate off Amazon for like $20, $25. That's like a 1-year supply. Nobody's making money off selling you pure creatine monohydrate powder. And that is even what the studies show that seems to work the best. Right? Just mixing the powder and water actually worked just as well as anything else. Like 1 penny a day, 2 pennies, whatever, 5 cents a day, whatever it was costing you. And nobody's getting rich selling you that. But you come over and you do this, and these people, they're dishonest with it. And then they want to help their followers, and they give you a discount code. You guys, let me tell you how discount codes work. Remember at one time, and I did it for a short time, and then I stepped back and said, I'm not going to do this anymore because it doesn't feel right. Remember I had a Tiger Fitness code? And I had told people, look, they sell a lot of stuff that doesn't work, but these are the products I do endorse. It was, fish oil and protein powder and something like that. This is fine. But then people were buying other stuff with a discount code, and it was brought to my attention. And there was a point where I said, man, if people are using my discount code to buy products that I know don't work, That's being dishonest. I felt uncomfortable with it, and I only did this a few months, and I ended the business relationship, which didn't go over too well. I ended the business relationship and said, I don't want to be part of this. And what was that, 8 years ago? But here's how those codes work. I got a commission off every one of those sales because the margin is so high on supplements that, let's say that they're selling it, whatever, something for $100. So we'll just make it easy math. They take 10% off for you. Then they give 10%, so $10 taken off for the customer. Then they give $10 to the person who has the code. So they still have $80. That product only cost them $10 or whatever to make $20. They still made an enormous profit. But that same discount, that's how it worked on mine. I got my cut of that. Okay. And I think it was something like $700-800 a month was coming off that. Just that discount code. So these people, they'll tell you that they're helping you out, but they're really just making money off this useless product. That's all they're doing. They're making a profit off selling you a useless product that they know doesn't work. Right? That is what they are doing. It's a scam, and that product didn't help them. Even if it really did, here's how I know. People, you might say, well, maybe it really did help them, and they are being honest. But how could it? When guys are running grams of gear and other stuff, there is nothing else that they can add that they're going to notice any benefit from. It is not going to be noticeable at all. Even if a product did work, they don't actually know that. These are people just scamming people. It's dishonest. And that sums up the supplement industry. That sums up the whole fitness industry, because the whole industry has now been propped up on supplements. Like the fitness industry has become the supplement industry, and it's been that way for decades. The whole bodybuilding world is basically the supplement industry. They're who funded all of it to make it blow up. And that's been used to sell billions and billions and billions of dollars of garbage. And I'm all for business. I'm all for making products that really help people. But when this is a whole predatory industry built upon making products that don't even work, and then using really terrible marketing practices like this to convince people that they work when they don't do anything for the most part. And in some cases, they're flat out dangerous. All right, guys, but that's really all I have to say on that today. Hope it's been informative, and I'll talk to you guys next time.